This will be part 2.
I mean, ooh, wow. But then I came back. I don't know how long I was there. I mean, was it a feeling like flying? I don't know, man. Kind of. I wasn't in my body. It was my spirit, and like the entryway to heaven or seeing God's face or something. I don't know. But it was, man, I'll never forget that, man. I mean, like it was like heaven. Like, it was like being in heaven. Suddenly, boom, you're in heaven. Pow! Wow! Thank you, God. I mean, I didn't have lungs to yell or nothing, but I came back. And when I came back, like I was saying a while ago, okay, I'm looking out of my eyes right now. The part of me that could look and see was up here. I was about a foot and a half above my own head. I'm like looking down at the top of my head. What do I do? We've all heard the stories about people in operating rooms. They're in the corner of the room looking down at their own body. The doctors are there. They're watching everything. They're like, well, it was like that for me, but I wasn't in the hospital. I was walking down the sidewalk, headed to my girlfriend's house at 3 o'clock in the morning. And so it was like a marionette. I could walk. I don't know how I was controlling my body. I guess because it was my body assigned to me. I was above it. But it was really a little bit awkward, kind of, because I was like, don't ask me how I was doing. God knows. I still had control over my members, right? I still had dominion over this body that God had given me. I wasn't done. But I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, am I dying now? Is this the first part of being, I don't know. So I got to my girlfriend's house. It was only about a block and a half away. And she lived in a big 2-story. They had a yard around it. And it was what we used to call like a hippie commune house. Well, there was like several people that lived in the house. 2 or 3 downstairs, 3 or 4 upstairs. It was a big house. And she lived in the front upstairs and had a porch. And she had a little dog. I think she had 2 dogs, but she had one little dog named Darshan. She said, well, I know that in Hindu, they pronounce it Darchan. It means the grace of God or star of God, something like that. Grace of God is what Gene said Darshan meant in Hindu. Grace of God. And she was God-fearing. Didn't talk about it a lot. But she was. And I, like I said, I was a rain dancer already, wasn't I? I take that back. I wasn't a rain dancer yet. That happened a few years after that. No, I wasn't. I hadn't learned how to rain dance yet. But I knew about the Great Spirit, and I believed in it. The native, indigenous, the Plains Indians and stuff. I mean, I knew that. I mean, I believed, spiritually. I had a spiritual identity, and I identified with the Great Spirit more than I did with Christianity's Jesus, okay? So I'm still above my own, top of my own head. I make it to her house. I try to get a drink of water out of the faucet in the kitchen. So I'm trying to, what do I do, man? I'm like, still not all together back in my body. I tried to drink the water. I didn't have the swallow reflex. I couldn't swallow. It felt like I had gulped in like a cup of airplane glue or slime, something you can't swallow. And, I couldn't swallow. So I didn't try to swallow the water. I guess I spit it out in the sink. I mean, I didn't swallow it. I couldn't swallow. I couldn't go. So now I'm really starting to think, am I am I dead? Am I a corpse? And somehow I'm still moving around. I don't know what to do. I said, well, if I'm dying, I don't want to leave my body here in my girlfriend's house, the hippie commune. I want to go home to East Austin, where I live at my dad's house, 1807 Pettis, Perez, Pettis Street, the third hill on East Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, past airport to the east. The second house on the east side is still there. In fact, a friend of mine that I worked with a few years ago, he lived across the street, and when I was there was a vacant lot across the street, but he lived right there. Mr. Brock, Tony Brock, my brother, he lived right there, or his girlfriend and their mother, but he lived with them, so that's where he lived. And I'm like, wow, dude, you live across the street from where I used to live when I lived over here. That was a trip. But anyway, so, but I'm still not in my body, and I'm like, am I dying? So I sat on the porch, and Darshan, the little dog, puts her little paws on my chest. She's the one that helped me. The little dog. She looked like a miniature Doberman Pinscher. The same color, black and that. She wasn't a miniature Doberman. She was about that size, though. Little wiry dog. Really smart. Really sharp. Really bright. She puts her paws like that, right in the middle of my chest. She stares into my eyes, gets my attention. She's like, focus on the light in my eyes, Blake. She didn't say it like that. That's what she meant. And I could telepathically, like, understand her, right? Focus on the light in my eyes. So I did. And then my eyes started drifting off. She'd be like, like shake her head, back here. And I would look, okay. And I would focus again on the light in her eyes, right? She helped me integrate back into my body, my spirit, or my soul, or whatever, both. Good. And after a while, I was fully back in my body, thanks to little Darshan, the grace of God, dog. She was a real dog. That was her name, though. Fully back in my body, I said, okay, next step of the process. I still don't know if I'm dying right now. I'm not going to leave my body here. I don't know what's fixing to happen because I've never had anything like this happen. I went inside. They had a landline, like in the kitchen, called the taxi. I think Roy's Taxi, or maybe Checker Cab way back then. 1970. What did I say? Late 1976. Late 1976. Like August. July or August. I think it was August. And it'd be interesting to look at a calendar, and see when they had a full moon back then. What day, because that's the day it happened. Either July or August. I'm leaning towards August, but anyway. So I called a cab, and the guy come pick me up, man. He was kind of a strange guy, man. It almost seemed like his spirit was about halfway falling out of his body, too. It was a husky dude. And the cab was kind of rattly, but it was not a problem. He knew where I was going. There was no traffic on the road, so he zipped me on over there. I paid him, went in my house. When I walked in the front door, my dad, who was like in bed in his bedroom, and I had the bedroom in front with his girlfriend at the time, he said he made it. And see, my dad was already a warlock, which I didn't know at the time. I didn't know that at the time. I just knew that my dad is a strange dude, very mystical. And he said he made it. I knew he was talking about me. Who else are they going to talk about? Just walking in the door. I'm the only one. I'm like, yeah, I made it. And I went and laid down. Because, see, I was like, taking care of business. Taking care of business, man. Because if I'm going to die, it's much better for me to die at home, in my own bed, where it'd be explainable, instead of leave my body on my girlfriend's porch. Those people didn't need all that problem. Okay, but that's That was my trip to heaven, I think. And my out-of-the-body experience, my white light experience. I did not think about earth one jot while I was wherever I was. Didn't think about it. Not at all. I've also been to the place in 2006. I've been to heaven. So if that's heaven, I've been to like God's time out where there's literally nothing. I mean, nothing. Just your wretched soul. That's it. And whatever you held most dear in your heart, I think you get to take one thing, your major focus in life. Thank the Lord, mine was love. I received the love of the truth. So the most important thing in life to me was the people that I loved. Because when I was suddenly in this horrible place, it was like I fell through a hole in my living room one day. A hole that wasn't really there, but in the spirit it was there. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. Suddenly I'm nowhere. Don't have a body. Again, absent the body, but there's nothing there. It hit me in the pit of my being because I didn't have a stomach. I didn't have a body. This is in 2006. This is 19 years ago. It's not 50 years ago like the other one. It's taken me like 17. Only the past couple of years I've been talking about this just to figure out why, God wanted me to go there so I'd have testimony of it. That you can get all blessings removed. Here's what it's like if it's all taken away and you find out what you really retained. What did you hold most dear? Well, I'd already come to Christ in 1995. So in 2006, I was 11 years in of my walk, still walking towards Christ. I mean, I'm barely walking with him now. But he's made it real clear to me of how serious I need to be about my walk in these times. So I'm more serious. I mean, I want to be perfect today, not tomorrow. Today. Tomorrow might be too late. I don't want to be too late. So suddenly I'm going from sitting in my living room, calm, clear, sober as a judge. I used to smoke marijuana back then. I didn't even smoke a joint, and I quit drinking for years and years and years. And now I've quit drinking. I was drinking wine when I moved in here for the pain, because I had severe PTSD, and my feet would kill me by the end of the day. And by the end of the week, I couldn't do anything on my 2 days off. I have pants that okay. Well, here's what I look like. All right, there's my stomach. All right, there it is. I have pants, and I wore a size 30 all my life that were like 32 and 33, and I could barely button them. I mean, I had 11 years on the road, and my health suffered due to attacks and just, I mean, I suffered out there. I've been here almost 7 years, and I'm like recouped. I'm still, there's scars from what I've been through in life, though, and stuff heals. It heals. Having a witch and a warlock as your caregivers, I mean, they don't give you care. It's like being, and I'm not trying to, it's not a pity party. I'm just letting y'all know. It's like being an orphan, but still in the home. And the people that should be nurturing you are there going, yeah, well, we're not going to nurture you. We're just going to let you figure it out. Like that. I mean, like, when you're a child, what can you do? Like, okay. At least I had a sister, I'm telling you. And we, but then she was wise. She left home at like age 11 or 12, and I'm 2.5 years behind her. I'm 9.5, 10 when she leaves. I'm like, I'm in like 5th grade, 6th grade. I'm not ready to do anything, but just, okay, well, I'll keep going to school. I'm not trying to get off down that, okay, that's too much information. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it concise, so this is not going to be much longer on this live today. So, okay, so I told you about the white light in heaven. I don't know who will see this. What? Good, somebody will. The falling through the floor into nowhere land, the land of all blessings being taken away. God showed me that so that I could have testimony about it and share that with some people. And know if God bestows, God can unbestow. If you're not a good steward, where it says, the ones with the talents, and the one that buried it in the yard, he said, oh, wicked servant, take what he has, take it back, give it to somebody else that did well. God was showing me what that was about. So I'm taking everything back. Now, what did you retain, Blake? Well, I found out it was love. Because my first reaction, which is where I branched off into other stories a while ago, I didn't have a stomach, but it felt like everything ripped out of my stomach that I didn't have. Let me see if I can say it, make it sound right. It's all gone! Something like that. Everything is gone! Something like that. It's all gone! Something like that. I think that's close enough. Everything was gone. I couldn't see, but I could feel that it was all gone. Look, here's my pocket knife. Look, here's my coffee cup. There's my bandana. Here's my glass. Here's my head. Here's my face. Here's my hands. Everything was gone. Here's the desk. It was gone. There's the phone. It was gone. Light, dark, stars, trees, moon, sun, rivers, grass, dirt, stores, food, dogs, cats, mice, flies, birds, music, all gone. Everything gone. My car, gone. My ability to drive a car, gone. Everything gone, man. Nothing there whatsoever. Couldn't grab it, ain't got no hands. Couldn't see it, ain't got no eyes. Could sense it, that it was empty. No spirit of any kind. The meaning of a wretched soul. There wasn't no Holy Spirit. There wasn't no evil spirit. There wasn't no human spirit, because my humanity was absento. Well, I felt that emptiness of it's all gone for like that long. I immediately started saying, okay, I'm just going to go down. I'm going to grab Blake, I love you. Billy, I love you. Jerry, I love you. Johnny, I love you. Telly, I love you. Kelly, I love you. Kathy, I love you. Sammy, I love you. Chandra, I love you. Magnesio, I love you. Maureen, I love you. Shelly, I love you. Alan, I love you. Bill, I love you. Chris, I love you. Deanne, I love you. Evelyn, I love you. I'm just going down the list, man. But then I was thinking of people. And it was much more frantic than that. It was like, Jerry, I love you. Billy, I love you. Tommy, I love you. The guy down the street I saw the other day at 7-Eleven, I love you. The guy waiting for the bus the other day when I was driving to the store, I love you. Those people waiting for the bus, those people on the bus driver, the people, my neighbors next door, I love you. 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 I did that for like, 10 minutes. I just went to everybody I knew and told them I love them. I wasn't frantic like I was sounding just now. I was sincere. I'm like, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. You, I love you. 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 And I didn't have to worry about air intake into my lungs because I didn't have any lungs. I did have a voice. I had my sentience. I don't know, 10, how many minutes I thought that was? 3 minutes? I thought 2 or 3. Not that long. But I found myself, like, now sitting back in my living room. And I'm like, well, I'm back. I'm back from nowhere. There's nothing there. Know that. There's a place where there's nothing. place really exists. There's nothing. All blessings taken away. People think this world is forever, man. This is the dream. When you wake up from it, you want to wake up in the first place I described, heaven. No, you won't mind waking up there. You won't even think about earth. But the other place, ooh, you'll miss earth. Earth will seem like heaven if you go there. In spite of what all we go through here, compared to that place, ooh, this is the rich. This is deluxe. I mean, so the blood, why the blood? I don't know. You know, God, how he does things. Blood is how you make a covenant, because something about symbolism of death between disobedience. You break the punishment for disobedience is death, right? It says it like that somewhere real eloquently in the Bible. I can't think of it right now. The wages of sin is death. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's how you get paid. You reap what you sow. Well, in the first covenant, there was sacrifice. The blood of animals would atone. Somehow that blood would atone for the sin and wipe it away. Be washed away by that. Well, that wasn't enough, because people kept saying, I guess after a while, it just wasn't powerful enough. So Jesus' blood is powerful. And Jesus' blood washes us all clean of sin. And he did it one time for everybody. Suffers God's wrath, separation from his Father. As far as I can tell, he suffered that separation. As far as I can tell, he suffered that separation, which I felt in the 2006 thing, man. I was, like I said, I didn't feel no Holy Spirit at all. I felt nothing, like I'm alone. So I took refuge in the fact that I loved people while I was alive on earth. So I didn't know if I'd ever get out of there. There was nothing else to do, quite literally, for me. God showed me what was at my core, love. He put it there. God put it there. If he had not put it there, I'd have gone crazy, like really fast, I think. Because there would be no point of reference, nothing to grab onto. I'd go out of my mind. But I had love as a focus point. Just like Darshan, the grace of God, helped me with that focus. I'm just coming together for me, as I tell you. I had that focus point for me to get back in my body after I'd been to like heaven, or what seemed like heaven. I mean, wow. I'll still say I was on the doorstep at least. I don't know if I was in there. I don't know if I was seeing God's face or what. But I was absent the body in both instances. One was good, the other one wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a good place to be. I could manage it because of what was in my soul, I guess. I certainly felt like a wretched soul other than that.
Well, there's going to be a part 3 and a part 4 of this. No, probably a part 3, maybe not a part 4. Hey, God bless you. I hope you enjoyed watching it or whatever.